Hello students, welcome back. I am Rinkesh sir, a mathematics teacher at Lux School of Science. Today we will start with the miscellaneous exercise of chapter 1, that is sets. Okay, so let's start with question number 1. Question 1 is decide among the following sets which are the subsets of one and another. A equal to x such that x belongs to R and x satisfy the equation x square minus 8x plus 12 equal to 0. B equal to 246, C equal to 2468, and D equal to 6. Okay, so let's start. Set A is x belongs to R and x square x satisfy the equation of x square minus 8x plus 12 equal to 0. So when I take x square minus 8x plus 12 equal to 0. Okay, I need to divide the 8 into two parts. So it will be 6 and 2. Clear? Minus 6 minus 2, 6 2s are 12. So this will be equal to x minus 6 and x minus 2 equal to 0. That means x minus 6 equal to 0, x minus 2 equal to 0. So x is equal to 6 and or 2. Okay, x is equal to 6 or 2. So set A will be equal to 6, 2. Now you can see that all the elements of A are there in C, B. So A is subset of B. All the elements of A are there in C. So A is subset of C. All the elements of A are not in D because 2 is not there in D. Clear? But all the elements of D are there in A. So D is subset of A. I think as D is subset of A, and A is subset of B and C, that means D is also subset of B and D is also subset of C. Now all the elements of B are there in C. B is subset of C. Clear? But all the elements of C are not there in B. Okay, so this is the answer. A is subset of B, A is subset of C, D is subset of A, D is subset of all the other three sets, and B is subset of C. Clear? So this was about question 1. Now let's move to question number 2. Okay, before that, note this down. Question number 2 is, in each of the following, determine whether the statement is true or false. If it is true, then prove it, and if it is false, then give an example. So first, x belongs to A and A belongs to B, then x belongs to B. Clearly, this is a false statement. Reason: x belongs to A means the element x is belonging to set A. But here A belongs to B. When we compare two sets, we cannot use the symbol. Instead, here we can use A is subset of B. Clear? Because when two sets are compared, we can only use the symbol subset, not belongs to. So first is false. Okay. Second one, if A is subset of B and B belongs to C, again here the same situation. When there is comparison of two sets, it can be either subset or not a subset. It cannot be belongs to. Okay, so second is also false. I'll write it down. F. The third one, A is subset of B and B is subset of C. That means A is subset of C. Now this is true because A is subset of B. That means all the elements of A are in B. B is subset of C. That means all the elements of B are in C. So definitely all the elements of A will be in their C. Just like Ahmedabad is in Gujarat and Gujarat is in India, that means definitely Ahmedabad is in India, right? So this is a true statement. Fourth one, A is not a subset of B, B is not a subset of C. Then A is not a subset of C. Now this is not necessary. Let's take an example. If I take A 1, 2. if I take B, 2, 3, 4. Now see, all the elements of A are not there in B, right? One is there in A but not in B, so he is not a subset of B. And C, I will take it as 1, 2, 5. Now all the elements of B are not in C. 3 and 4 are there in B and it is not there in C. So B is also not a subset of A, subset of C, sorry. A is not a subset of B, B is not a subset of C. But all the elements of A are there in C. So here A is subset of C, right? So I will write down this as a false. Okay. So you can just note down this example. The fourth one is a false. It's not necessary. Question fifth, if X belongs to A and A is not a subset of B, then X belongs to B. Okay, now this is also not necessary. Okay, let's take again example. A equal to 1, 2. Okay, B equal to 1, 3, 5. Okay, now 1 belongs to A, right? A is not a subset of B because 2 is not there in. But 1 also belongs to B here, right? So what does this mean? This is not necessary. Sorry, it's belong. My mistake. 1 belongs. It's not necessary that if A is not a subset of B, then X belongs to A implies X belongs to B, right? In this case, it is happening. So if we go on this way, then it might be true. Okay, but now let's take that if there is no such element in B, like 1. See, I have removed here 1. So now A is not a subset of B again, right? But in this case, 1 does not belongs to B. Clear? So what does this mean? In this case, question number 5 will be false. So it is not necessary, right? So fifth, I will write it down as F. Okay, you can note down this example. Question number 6. If A is subset of B and X does not belongs to B, then X will also not belongs to A. Yes, this will be a true statement because when I say A is subset of B, that means all the elements of A are there in B. Okay, then if any element is not there in B, that cannot be in A. Clear? Okay, so I'm taking an example. If I draw a Venn diagram, this is A and this is B, right? A and B means if I take any element outside B, let's say here 1, then 1 is not there in B, definitely that is also not there in A also, right? So if A is subset of B and if any element is not there in B, that means definitely there will be not there in A also. So this I will note it down as true. Okay, so note down question number 2. Now let's move to the next one, that is question number 3. Question number 3 is let A, B, and C be set such that A union B equal to A union C and A intersection B equal to A intersection C. Now you have to show that B equal to C. So we will start from the first one, that is A union B equal to A union C. It's given that. Okay. So I write it down. A union B equal to A union C. Okay, now let's take intersection with C. So what does this implies? A union B intersection C, this will be equal to A union C intersection C. Okay, so now when we will solve it further, what I will get? A intersection C. Okay, I had done A intersection C. Now union. Okay, so now I will take union B intersection C. This will be equal to, now if I take A union C intersection C, see if I will show you in Venn diagram, if it is A and C, then this will be A union C intersection C. Clear? This is A union C intersection C. So this is the common region you will see here. So what is that? That is C. So here on RHS, the answer will be equal to C. Let me write down. Let me name this as 1. Okay, A union C, sorry, A intersection C, union B intersection C, that will be equal to C. Now I will take again the same thing, that is A union B equal to A union C. Now I will take intersection B on both the sides, means A union B intersection B equal to A B union C intersection B. Okay. Now again when I will show, I am showing you in the Venn diagram this one. Okay. This is A, this is B. A, B. First is A union B and then intersection B. So only B. Clear? So now what is common in this both? B is common. The answer on LHS will be equal to B. So I will write it down it as B equal to, on this side A intersection B union C intersection B. Okay, so B is equal to, instead of A intersection B, I can write down A intersection C. So A intersection C union, instead of C intersection B, I will write down B intersection C. One and the same thing, in C intersection B or B intersection C. I will name it as 2. Now see, when I will compare equation 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, A intersection B union B intersection C, A intersection C union B intersection C, same. So that means C is equal to B or B is equal to C. Okay, hence this is proved. Clear? So note down question number 3. Now let's move to the next one. Question number 4, it is asked that show that the following 4 conditions are equivalent. Okay, first is A subset of B. So let's take any example like set A, I am taking 1, 2, and set B as it is subset, I will take 1, 2, 3. All the elements of A are in B. Okay, so if I also draw the Venn diagram, it will be in this way. Set A that includes 1, 2. Set B, set A is included inside set A. Sorry, set A is included inside set B. Now see A is subset of B. Yes. A minus B. When I will do A minus B, then from A I will minus 1, 2 and 3. So definitely that will be equal to 5. So this is also the same thing. A union B. See, when I will draw A union B, I will get this region. So again it will be B. Okay. So this is also correct. A intersection B, then I will get this region. A intersection B. So which is common? This is the common. So that is A. So A intersection B, that is also the correct one. Okay. So all these four are same. Clear? Note it down. Now let's move to the next one. Question number 5 says, show that if A is subset of B, then C minus B is subset of C minus A. Okay. So now let's take that for every element. Okay. Let for every element X belonging to C minus B. Now see, as it is C minus B, that means the element will be there in C and will not be there in B. So this implies that X belongs to C, okay, and X does not belongs to B. Let's take example. If C equal to 1, 2, 3, okay, and B equal to 2, 3, 4. So what will be C minus B? From C, eliminate 2, 3, 4. So 2 and 3 elements. So C minus B will be equal to 1. Now see, 1, if 1 belongs, 1, if I take here X, that belongs to C minus B. That means 1 is there in C, but it is not there in B. Okay, so this is the reason. Clear? So for that, for every X belonging to C minus B implies X belongs to C and X does not belongs to B. Okay. Now, so it is given that A is subset of B. Okay, A is subset of B. So if I draw a Venn diagram, the whole set A will be inside B because all the elements of A will be in B. Now, if there is any element, or let's write down first, X belongs to C. Okay, now element is not there in B. See, if any element, let's say 3, it's not there in B, that means definitely it will be also not there in A. So this means that X also does not belongs to A. So this is that X belongs to C and does not belongs to A. That means X belongs to C minus A. It's like the initial condition. Okay, so that means if A is subset of B, that means C minus A is subset of C minus B. See, for every X, if it is belonging to C minus B, that means definitely that X will be there in C minus A. So all the elements of C minus A will be there in C minus B. That means C minus A is subset of, sorry, I just wrote reverse. C minus B is subset of C minus A. Clear? Because for all the elements X belonging to C minus B, that element X will be definitely there in C minus A. Clear? So this was about question number 5. So just note it down. Now let's move to the next one. Question number 6 is, if power set of A is equal to power set of B, then show that A is equal to B. Now first, what is a power set? A power set is a set consisting all the subsets. So remember two things. Null set is subset of every set and the set itself is subset of every set. So definitely A will be present in power set of A. So A is subset of A. Every set is subset of its set. That means A belongs to power set of A. Clear? Okay. Now P of A, that is given equal to P of B. So I can write it down. A belongs to power set of B, because power set of A is equal to power of set of B. That means, see, set A belongs to the power set of B. That means set A will be subset of power set, subset of B. Then only it will be included in the power set of B. Okay, so name this as 1. Now, similarly, B is subset of B. That means B will be included in the power set, because power set consists of all the subset. And B is P of B is given equal to P of A. That means B belongs to power set of A. Now, as B is belonging to power set of A, that means B is subset of A. This is equation 2. From 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, A is subset of B and B is subset of A. So this implies A is equal to B. Clear? So note down question number 6. Okay, students. So that's it for today. Okay, in our next video, we'll continue with this exercise. Thank you.